Okay, today's lessons totally starts with beatboxing. Okay, so now that I have shown you my awesome beatboxing skills, we're ready to move on to today's assignment. Okay, the assignment is called GIMP Cutting and Pasting. There's a link to the tutorial which you're currently watching. Here's the link to the cat, which is coming up. This is Pierce. This is one of your options. Here's a link to the Freshman Academy. This is one of the pictures that we will possibly be using. Link to the stone wall, which is kind of small. We can make that a lot bigger. And then link to the cabin, which we can totally choose to sit Pierce in the cabin or on the wall. So here are our instructions. The basic objective is to cut and on a famous person and put him or her in front of the Broken Arrow Freshman Academy, or we're going to cut and paste the cat and put him on the her on the stone wall or in the cabin. So you need to make a decision about what you're going to do. I am going to choose to put Pierce, the cat, on the stone wall. So I need to go in and download and save the cat and the stone wall picture. Then I'll open GIMP. So, and I already have those saved for my own purposes. And I already have GIMP open as well. Okay. So the next directions say to open the cat or person as a layer. So going into GIMP, File, Open as Layers. I'm going to go to my A14, click in there. I'm going to open Pierce. Usually I don't choose a cat. Usually I choose a hot celebrity like Dean Winchester, or like the Foo Fighters lead singer Dave Grohl, or Lady Gaga. Okay, so we're going to view, we're going to zoom in. You want to zoom in quite a bit because you want to do get as much detail in your cut as possible. Okay, so now Pierce is humongous. Okay, let's go back to the directions. We're going to use the Intelligent Scissors tool and click all the way around the picture. Okay, so we're going to select the Scissors Select tool. Come down here to the very bottom of the left-hand corner of the picture, and we're going to click our first point. We're going to make sure that we remember that that's our first point because it won't work if we don't enclose the picture. I'm going to come up here and select my second point. And I'm going to click around her fur. Now you'll notice that with the Intelligent Scissors, it identifies the color and it is able to decide where to cut. Okay, I have cut out around the entire cat. As I come back over to meet my first point, you will notice that there's an infinity sign, 2 circles interlocking. That lets me know that I'm at my first point and that my picture will be enclosed. Now that I've done that, I can click inside of my cat and I get the marching ants. The directions then state go or right click somewhere on the picture, part of the picture you're keeping, go to edit and copy. So I'm going to right click, edit, copy, go back to my directions, and then it says then go to the menu at the top of the window and do File, New. So we're going to go up here and go File, New, and we're going to up this to 3,000 or 4,000, excuse me, ish pixels by 3,000 ish pixels, and click OK. This gives us a new area to work on. The next directions state that we're going to go File, Open as Layer, click Edit, and Paste. So I'm going to go File, Open as Layer. I'm going to find my stone wall, and I'm going to open it. Okay, we're going to veer off the directions in Canvas just a little bit because as you can see, opening this, it's incredibly small. But we can view and we can zoom in, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom it in 100%. I'm going to view and I'm going to zoom it in 100 or 200%. Now this picture is, I just picked it off the internet, so it's quite pixelated. We're going to now right click, edit, paste, and Pierce is huge now. So I'm going to click on the floating selection, that's what's pasted, and I'm going to go to Layer, Scale Layer, and I'm going to make Pierce much smaller. And click Scale. That's a little bit better. If I can go to the stone wall, and I can make the stone wall much bigger, and then I can go back to Pierce and make her a lot smaller. I am going to play with this until I get it just right. Okay, so I have officially scaled both the back layer and the front layer, and now Pierce is actually a realistic size. I'm going to click the Move tool, and I'm going to move Pierce up here. Well, actually, Pierce still looks huge, or I'm going to put Pierce in this bottom left-hand corner. Hey, that's totally legit. Okay, so when I'm done with that, I can right-click and anchor layer, and then I can right-click and merge down. Now I have one layer, and I can File, Export. I'm going to call this Pierce on the wall, or by the wall. I'm also going to save it in the right place, and I'm going to click Export once. And export twice. And then I should be all done.